How you holding up, Isaac?
Doing all right, boss.
Looking forward to going home after this?
Nah, worried. Don't want to fall back.
You've got it licked, don't you?
I've been clean, boss. Not a drop since I came on board. But I'm weak. I only made it because I keep the stuff off the ship.
You're stronger than you think.
How do you figure?
You've worked deals with every supply sergeant from here to Daedalus to scrounge us equipment, right?
Yeah. So?
You could have smuggled booze on board anytime you wanted, but you didn't. Nobody can be strong all the time, but you've been strong when it counts.
Got anything new for me?
I took a bunch of drac pieces and cobbled them together to make a laser. Definitely worth checking out. Also, I figured out the triggering device on that floating orb thingy you found. Your choice, hotshot.
Bring 'em on.
Take your pick.
Give me another look at that drac laser.
I put this thing together from bits and pieces you found in the labs on Nakoja Abad. It uses a proto-drac pod for ammo, and it shoots out a laser pulse that's sort of like a conventional railgun. No alt-fire yet. I'm still waiting for inspiration. Anything else?
Tell me about that hunter-killer.
I figured out a control mechanism for those floating orbs you found on Nakoja Abad. Your primary fire launches the orb at an enemy, so it circles around him and shoots at him. The alt-fire is a defensive mode. The orb will circle you and try to shoot down any inbound projectiles. What'll it be?
How about the shark?
Self-propelled rockets with 4 thrusters and explosive warheads that fuse on impact. Primary fire is 4 missiles bound together as 1 rocket, but I've changed the alt-fire into something even the mercs don't have. Here's how it works. Hold down the alt-fire trigger and identify up to 4 targets by holding each one in your crosshairs until you hear a beep. Then release the trigger, and the 4 missiles will each seek one of the targets. Any missiles that don't have a target will just follow a drunken path. Any others?
Let's take a look at Grace.
Ida's had her forever. She's a really sweet weapon. 50 caliber explosive ammunition. Very accurate and very powerful. Alt-fire is a 3-round burst that takes a little longer to reload. Use her for medium-range targets, when you're too far away for a shotgun, but too close for the sniper rifle. You want to look at any of the other weapons?
Run down the flamethrower for me.
Its name pretty much says it all. The Vulcan uses canisters of napalm for ammo, and shoots out a spray of flaming gas. Just point and shoot to incinerate a whole crowd of enemies in close quarters. Alt-fire is a spray of unignited napalm that'll stick to any surface. You can set it off with primary fire or with one of your other weapons, but it's unstable enough that after a few seconds it'll probably ignite anyway. Pick your poison.
Show me the crowd pleaser.
This is an M700 12-gauge semi-automatic shotgun. Absolutely lethal close-up and pretty damn good at mid-range. The alt-fire puts out explosive incendiary slugs with a wider spread and a more limited range.
What's the scoop on that Azarian weapon?
I modified one of the Azarian energy rifles to make it more powerful. Primary fire generates 2 plasma bolts that don't do much damage, but the refire rate is high, which lets you put a lot of hits on a target in a short amount of time. Alt-fire creates an EMP field that will seriously screw up any machinery it hits.
Let's go over the Hydra.
The M406 grenade launcher has slots for 6 different grenade types. Tapping your primary fire lobs out a grenade that explodes on contact. Holding the trigger a little longer engages the timing mechanism so you can bounce them around some. Secondary fire chambers the next grenade type if you've got any. If you like, I can tell you about the individual grenades.
Tell me about the frag grenade.
Enormous explosive power and needle-sharp carbo-steel fragments. Absolutely lethal in close quarters.
How does the incendiary grenade work?
Sprays burning phosphorus will set almost anything on fire. Make sure you don't get caught in the backflash.
What's up with the EMP grenade?
The massive electromagnetic pulse will fry almost any electrical system instantly.
How powerful is the concussion grenade?
It sends out a shockwave that'll knock most of your enemies flat on their ass. Pretty impressive blast radius, too.
What does the smoke grenade do?
Exactly what its name implies. You can lay down a smoke screen to help you escape from your enemies.
Let me see the car.
The M32 Duster fires depleted uranium shards that don't have shells but build up a nasty dust that gets ejected between clips. Primary fire spits out rounds at a very high automatic rate. Alt fire is a cluster of 5 shards packed together to form a single, slower-moving slug. The slug breaks apart when it hits a wall, so if you're good, you can even shoot around corners. Very effective overall. You can hose down an area with primary fire or deliver a single lethal punch with the alt fire.
How about the pistol?
The T-13 pop gun is your standard law enforcement sidearm. Doesn't need ammo, recharges from a quantum pack in the handle. Primary fire is a slow-moving energy pulse. Alt fire charges up a stronger pulse until you release it. A dependable fallback weapon, but not much use in a crowd.
See you later.
Huh?